So I will use 4/3 cup of rice flour in replacement. I will use 3/4 cup rice flour to replace the 1.5 cups tapioca flour they call for.
Say 4/3. Like, how about just say a cup and a third like normal people?
Shut up. Hi friends! Welcome to another Adventures in Cooking Kitchen Disney Taste Kitchen.
That is not
I said kitchen
the title.
way too many times.
Not the title you came up with last time.
The last title was really long, but after I titled it in the video, I thought, why don't we call this Disney Test Kitchen? I said that weird.
Disney Test Kitchen.
Yeah.
Disney Test Kitchen.
Yeah.
I like it.
Do you like
it?
it?
I do.
So if you didn't see last week's video where we made homemade Dole Whips, I will put the link over in the corner.
Watch out.
Make sure you go check that out. They were interesting. So this week, if you do not know, Food and Wine Festival is starting. Food and Wine starts August 31st, which is just 3 days from when this video is coming out, and we, sadly, will not be attending the Food and Wine Festival this year.
It's like the first time ever.
Well, it's the first time in 3 years that we won't be attending Food and Wine, and we are sad.
Devastated.
But as you can see by our countdown, we are going to Disney in 13 weeks. So it won't be Food and Wine and it won't be Halloween, but it will be Christmas time. But enough with our future plans. Let's talk about Food and Wine some more.
One of our favorite foods at Food and Wine is, I don't even know what they're called, the cheesy Pao de Quiejo? Queso?
Pao de
Quiejo?
Quiejo?
They're Brazilian cheese puffs.
They're Brazilian cheese puffs. You can get them in the Brazil Pavilion, which is generally located between France.
Uh-oh.
I know this one. I think in Morocco.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're located, it is usually located between France and Morocco. It's a pretty nice styled pavilion and there's a lot of seating or tables there. Definitely don't sit when you go to Food and Wine. So everything else there is really good. It's probably my favorite pavilion of them all, but the cheese puffs are the greatest. So I decided to try making them today. Baking. This week we got our recipe from My WDW Blog, so I will make sure to put this link down in the description below. Go check it out if you want to make these Brazilian cheese puffs yourself. I guess we can just get started.
Let's get started.
So this recipe from mywdwblog.com, it calls for
Un egg.
1 large egg, 1/3 cup extra virgin olive oil, or just olive oil. I just happen to have extra virgin. 2/3 cup milk, 1.5 cups tapioca flour. I could not find tapioca flour in the store, so I went online, I Googled a replacement for tapioca flour, and all it is a thickener. So what I went with was rice flour, and you do half of the amount of the tapioca that it calls for. It calls for 1/2 cup queso fresco, which I have already grated.
And now it's on the table.
Done. And 1 teaspoon of salt. The first step is that you preheat your oven to 400 degrees, which I have done behind me already. It's ready to go and it is blazing hot in here. The second step is to grease a muffin tin, which I have already done with some butter. It is all greased up beside me and my hands are sticky. Just kidding, I washed them. The third step is to mix all your ingredients in a food processor, which means camera change. All right, first an egg. Oh, it already.
Did it egg everywhere?
It just cracked in a dumb place. Let me wash my hands with soap. Next, 1/3 cup olive oil. My hands are wet.
Okay, easy, easy.
This is a lot of olive oil.
You got this. Mmm.
2/3 cup of milk. I will use my actual liquid measuring cup for this.
We're gonna have to do something about this. Not that. Milk. 2/3 cup?
2/3 cup milk.
Not 4/3?
So this is where it calls for the tapioca flour, 1.5 cups, but I'm going to have that and use rice flour. I really hope this works.
I'm gonna call it now. This is going to be the part of the whole thing that just ruins it. Because we couldn't find tapioca flour. We tried to improvise.
I mean, should I use regular flour? Do you think that'd be better?
I mean, if the internet said that you can use this in place of tapioca flour, then...
Well, the internet also
Do
said that you can use the same equivalent of flour.
Well, then why did you even buy rice flour? Flour? Flour?
It's trying to be fancy. All right, change of plans. Everyone hold your horses. We're just gonna use regular flour.
That we for some reason had sitting right next to us as though we were planning on doing this. Why was the flour here?
I don't know.
What's the breakdown of emotions on our cooking show? This happens every time. You have flour on your forehead.
Didn't even touch my
Well,
forehead.
it's there. Okay, so you put the flour in the food processor.
And then half a cup of queso fresco, which I have already grated.
Look at that sprinkle action.
And then 1 teaspoon of salt. And then you pulse the mixture until smooth. I'm gonna scrape down the sides to make sure everything combines well. And this recipe does say that it may be a little runny. It's thicker here than it was in the picture, but I'm thinking that's because I just used a different flour.
How do you know when it's done?
I mean, you just, until it's mixed.
Okay. Does that look mixed?
So I'm gonna pour equal amounts into my muffin tin.
Okay.
About 2/3 cup full.
All right, listen.
Or
I
2/3.
can't take you seriously. Just get that out of there.
Now, I'm gonna take it to the oven for
Wait for it.
18 to 22 minutes.
At what temperature?
400.
All right. And we bake.
I don't know how to use the timer on this oven. Okay, so it has been 20 minutes and we are going to pull these babies out of the oven.
The reveal. It's hot.
Okay.
They're looking like buns.
All right.
They're looking like
I
buns.
think they're done. So let's set these here. We are gonna let them cool for 5 to 10 minutes before we pull them out. Don't touch them. Okay, so we have our Brazilian cheese puffs. They're more like hard
Hockey pucks.
hockey pucks of
they're dense.
cheese. They're a little more dense than I remember them being when I had them at the Food and Wine Festival.
They smell the same though, I think.
Yeah, they smell good. I'll eat that one because my nose just touched it. They're not as round as the ones you get.
No, I mean, I think they bake them a special way. Ooh, but they look very similar
Okay,
on
they
the
look
inside.
good. They're steamy. Cheers.
Cheers. They need more cheese
Yeah,
and salt.
they're pretty bland.
Yeah. I think they probably used a type of flour that
Tapioca
had
flour.
a little bit more stretch to it.
Probably tapioca flour.
I don't, probably is tapioca flour. A little bit more stretch, and that gives the cheese room to like fill those bubbles. It's in there and it tastes like, but it really tastes like olive oil to me.
I mean, not bad.
Or not bad. I think they're fine. Are they cheese puffs or whatever from Brazil?
Not quite.
Similar to the Dole Whip? Almost. Not quite there.
Being home in your own place, you can only add so much Disney magic to your recipe. So they're not gonna be the exact thing, because, you know, I don't have the Disney magic.
Also, we didn't use tapioca flour.
If you're gonna make these, try to get the tapioca flour. I think that would really, really help.
Yeah.
And try them if you are going to the Food and Wine Festival this year.
God, yeah.
Because if they don't have them, they'll have them. They're a favorite.
Yeah, there's no, there.
They're so good. They're like cheesier too.
Yeah,
I think I would up my cheese amount.
up the cheese levels.
Make sure you like this video to let us know that you're enjoying our cooking series. And make sure you subscribe because we are going to be doing these for the next 13 weeks.
Woo!
Trying out all kinds of different Disney recipes. I have a whole list of different things I want to try.
You are in for so many cooking fails.
So many cooking fails. So until next time, stay magical.
Stay tasty.
Oh, that's dumb too.
Yeah, is that dumb too?
That's really dumb.
Well then tell me what you want me to use.
Okay, bye.
Here.
Can I recommend something? Don't get mad at me.
I'm the pretty face.
Less jerkiness of
Okay.
the angle changes.
Make it smooth and sexy. Got it.